What's up, nation? Welcome to the Victor's Nation pod. We are coming to you live. I am your host, Jason Robinson. We are brought to you by We Just Won a National Frickin' Championship. Joining me are my PICs, additional owners of the Victor's Nation, Derek McCarty, Dre Fame. Boys, we did it. Talked about Natty or Bust. Natty, baby. We did it.
I hate to sound like a broken record, but I told you guys.
We did.
I was always a little skeptical to say Natty or Bust, but we had
from the first or second show. I said it.
Right. I think back to when Tiffany Zinter came on and she said Natty or Bust. We asked her what her expectations were on the season, and she might have been the first one out of all of us to take that approach. But
yeah, I'm so jacked. Yeah,
we're gonna talk a lot of football here. But one thing that I do definitely have to point out is we beat Ohio State again today in basketball. So we haven't gotten into a whole lot of basketball conversation yet. We will. But it's been hard to talk about basketball while we've been on such an incredible football kick. But we finished it off. We won the national championship, and we were going to do this podcast last week, and we pushed it out to this week because the stories that I think most of you are going to want to hear are going to come from the actual game day experience at the national championship game. And I was watching from my couch in my lucky underwear that I wore every Saturday this year. So I
still haven't even washed my clothes yet from the last two games.
I couldn't get myself to drop a couple grand. I couldn't get myself to drop a couple grand. But Dre, my superstition was to wear the same underwear, wear the same shirt, for the most part, watch the game from the same exact spot. And Dre's superstition was the same thing, but Dre's same exact spot was at every game. So incredible game. We'll talk the X's and O's maybe a little bit, but I think for all of us Michigan fans here, I think that this national championship meant a lot. Like this is a very very mature group of players, but I don't know if they realize how much this meant to the fan base. I mean, it meant a lot for them, but
from the old to the new, for real.
Right. This was huge, and in my opinion, the best Michigan team on the field and the best Michigan team off the field that I've ever seen or heard about. So in my lifetime, or
I agree.
Prior to my lifetime, but let's start with you.
We can at least say social media era. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know how good the other teams was. You know what I'm saying, on and off the field, because it wasn't documented how it is now. So let's just say social media era. Give them some, you know what I'm saying, some type of respect. Not saying that you disrespect them, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Let's for the social media era wise, but yeah, man.
Tell us about your experience.
I got to Texas. I want to say on Friday or Saturday, and I went to the Fan Fest. And first, I want to say that was extremely difficult to get in. I almost got into it with a security guard over my GoPro. That's how my national championship trip started. It was insane. Like, we sitting here arguing over a GoPro stick. So I literally had to walk around with my GoPro in my hand like this until I got sick and tired and just put it away. So I don't even know how that footage looked. I didn't even look at it since I've been home. I got to a couple free things. Meet a couple of the people that went to the national championship that follow us in Facebook, and took a couple pictures. I met my left hand Travis. We was in there. Me, him, Eli, and Sun, and Brandon, and Gigi. We was all in there. She stood in line for us to take pictures with the trophy while everybody else moved around for a second to see what was everything. I went to check out the merchandise. Everything for Michigan side sold out fairly quickly. Then after that, we went to the team hotel and spent a couple hours at the team hotel. The players, they wasn't out of practice yet, so it was just a lot of fans and family just chilling, and with a couple of celebrities. I got to kick it with the I don't know if they have a Y in her name, but it's Schuyler Brothers. I got to chat with the Schuyler Brothers for a while. Actually, they was like excited. It was crazy. Like they was excited to see me. I was excited to see them. I don't know if it was like a joke, because you know they are comedians, but you know what I'm saying. It was a surreal moment for them. I walked up to him. It was like they looked at me. He instantly just put his hand around me. I didn't even really say too much, and he just led me to his other brother. It was crazy. Like I wish I had that on tape. That split experience right there. I wish I had that on tape, because it was like wow, like y'all know me or something. Like it was crazy. But we went out to eat after that, and then the players ended up having some free time, so they came and kicked it. So I got to chop it up, kick it with some of them, and ask about how they was feeling about the game. And from just talking to a couple of them, they was ready to go. You can the whole mojo and the vibe in the hotel. It was just I went to the Rose Bowl the week before, and it was, I could say the vibe around the Rose Bowl was, but this vibe was just a whole nother like a level of, I don't know, it was just maybe, I don't know if it was confidence. I don't know what it was, but it was just like they knew, like, come on, man, it's Washington. It's just no disrespect to Washington, because y'all have a hell of a team. But yeah. I'm just saying how they was just like, how they was moving, and even parents. I done talked to parents over the season sometimes before games, and I'd be asking them, like, how y'all feeling? Sometimes they'd be like, I'm nervous. You know what I'm saying? And parents was like, no, we about to kill them. I'm just like, all right. I'm like, all right, I like this vibe. So that was night one. The next night was the national championship, and I got there kind of like right before game time because it was rainy. I got to chill with a couple more people from the nation that made it to the national championship as well. We took a couple pictures. Quick little side note: my cousin L, he was with me. He flew in that morning, and we picked him up. But anyway, we at the game, and before he knew who it was, right? Tell me about this. He is talking the biggest trash. I mean, the biggest. I mean, to this man's entire family, and he by himself. He's by himself. It's respectful. You know what I'm saying? It's respectful. You know what I'm saying? Respectful talk. But it's, you know what I'm saying, all about me. This man is talking crazy to Michael Penix Jr.'s dad and family. I mean, crazy to him. So after he told us who he was, I said, oh, man, it was crazy. But it was all fun. They was all laughing. You know what I'm saying? It was a good time. Now, when we go in, it was just like a whole Michigan wave in there. I never felt no Washington, like, I didn't even feel like I seen Washington in there. It was so much Michigan. It was like we knew. Quiet pretty quick. Yeah, it wasn't too much. I mean, it was, don't get me wrong, it was Washington fans in there. You know what I'm saying? They was in there, but I think even on their side, it was like, yeah, I want to say it was probably 70-30. You know what I'm saying? And I'm counting their student section, their band. I'm giving that. I'm not counting none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a given. But I'm talking about like the rest of it. Yeah, bro. We was in there, swamps amazing blue. It was just the most beautiful thing to see. they was trying to do their little chants, and we was taking over with the "Let's go blue, let's go blue, let's go blue." And man, the electricity in there was everything. Shout out Miss Sue. Thank you. Thank you for everything you did for me to get there, and everybody that contributed for me to get there. I had the most amazing time. We won the Natty. I went live most of the time because I was trying to, have y'all in there with me. I don't know if y'all was watching that. I know y'all was pretty sure watching the game, but I tried to keep y'all in the loop with me. I lost my voice. I came home and got sick, but I had a hell of a time. Would I do it all over again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty, watching it at home, the atmosphere looked pretty incredible. And shout out to Michael Penix Jr. For being one tough dude, because he got knocked around that game, and he kept standing up and doing everything that he could to try and keep Washington in the game and trying to get them to the point where they could get something coming. And they hung around for a while. We were ready to blow them out, but they hung around for a while.
So I forgot this part, you know what I'm saying, of the story. So at the end of the game, it's time to go celebrate with the guys, you know what I'm saying? So we go back, excuse me. We go back to the team hotel, and it's like they guarding the president in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't nobody get through. Can't nobody get, you know what I'm saying, to the team room. So it's hard to get in there. So when we get in there, it's like people, it's crazy to how I'm explaining this and how this gonna sound, because we snuck in there. Don't get me wrong, I snuck in there, but the relationship I have with some of these parents, it's like they know I'm supposed to sneak in there type thing. It ain't like I'm a stranger. So I was moving around in there. I feeling like I was 007 because I had to try to hide from certain people. Man, it was just an awesome night though. But it was still like the whole fun thing of it. Like, I didn't even post videos of it because, like I said, everything that I do, I try not to post all of it because I don't want to invade the parents' privacy. Like some of the stuff that I record and all of that. But man, just me sneaking in there and just having a good time. It was a blast, man. It was just a blast, man. Seeing the guys that declared for the draft for the last time, and just telling their families how much I appreciated them and that they appreciated me and all of that. Just that last little. And then I got to see Mozzie and some of the old guys come back. You know what I'm saying? They was all there celebrating. Old Lou was there, DJ Turner. It was a couple people that I didn't see. DJ Ski, he was in there. Me and him was chilling, laughing, cracking jokes at the thing, man. Ski's so funny, man. Shout out DJ Ski. You a cool dude, man, for remembering who I am, man. He said it to me too, like, bro, you be at every game. Yes, I do, Ski. Yes, I do. But yeah, man, it was just like I said, if I could do it again, I promise I would do it 10 times. You know what I'm saying? I hope, like I keep telling people, we don't get this every year like a Alabama or Georgia or whatever school that, you know what I'm saying, we do it consistently like this. This is since 97 and what, 60 or what would they say, 19, what, before they before we had, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so you know what I mean, like we don't get this feeling a lot. So just the time being around it, being there, man, was everything for me. I loved it, man, and I'm so glad I got to experience.
So Dre, going back to the game experience, what was it like in the stadium when we felt like we had the game put away, but then Mikey Sanders still seals the deal with an interception that he almost houses. But being the nice guy that he is, he got tackled at like the 4-yard line so that Blake Corum could pad his stats with one more touchdown. What was that
I'm gonna
like?
say pad another stat with a touchdown.
Yeah.
It was by that time, honestly, man, my voice was gone. I had a couple Washington fans next to me to my left, so I was kind of, me and them was going back and forth because it was a tight game at that point. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was they was driving. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, so what we gonna do? Is we gonna win it, or like what is we gonna let them score? Like it was a tight little moment at that. You know what I'm saying? So we both back and forth talking. But when he threw that ball and Mikey dang near ran it back, I grabbed my cousin so fast and tried to run to the parents as fast as I could because I knew at that moment it was over. Like that was it. And then I think right after that, that's when Blake runs it in. Like he, you know what I'm saying, broke a tackle, was you know what I'm saying, and running it. I'm like, oh yeah, it's natty time. Like it is. By that time, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm trying to run as fast as I can over to the parent section and go celebrate with them. But as me not knowing, I'm missing a couple plays, but I end up like going in between the aisle and you know what I'm saying, seeing the touchdown and stuff. But I was trying to get to the celebration, man, because I knew that's where it was gonna be at. So. Yeah, man. The crowd, oh my God, it seemed like the stadium shook, and I think that's when a lot of the Washington fans started leaving because soon as he took that interception and took it back, every Washington fan around me, they just exited stage left.
Up and left.
It was crazy. Yeah, for real. But man, oh my God, I wish I could have recorded the whole thing, like the whole atmosphere in there, man. It was nothing I never felt. I thought, like I said, the Rose Bowl was something special. Nah, man, this was something truly, truly different. That I'm just happy and I pray to God every day that we made a group and we turned them all into family and you know what I mean. Like I love y'all, man, and like I said, I can never repay y'all, and I can never stop telling y'all thank y'all. I know y'all might be tired of hearing it, but I'll never stop telling y'all thank y'all for that, man. I appreciate it more than y'all know, for real.
Yeah, and you know what an incredible way to end the season too, right? So Blake Corum, he got his, right? The Don, the return of the Don, the Donovan Edwards that I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see next year, all year as the guy. But he might have had what he maybe felt like was a frustrating season, but guess what? Turned it on in the natty and got us up.
I don't even think that. I think he just was like I think he just knew next year will be his year. I think he knew, you know what I'm saying, this was gonna be the going out party for the guys.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'm, you know what I'm saying, I just think he not saying he took his foot off the gas, not saying that. I just think coming off that year, you know what I'm saying, he just knew he wasn't about to be preserving himself for this year. I think next year he is about to go crazy.
He was this close a lot of times this season to busting plays like that, right?
Yes.
And as a shoestring and ankle tackle here and there that prevented him from doing it, and he finally.
And that's the thing though. If he broke a couple of them runs, you know what I'm saying, all year like people wouldn't be saying the Don had all year this year. You feel me? And then what's the name wouldn't have got our third Joe Moore award neither.
Washington?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
They shouldn't have got that, and they know it.
Hell,
How
our
they
defensive
do.
line tried to tell him. Jason, what about you? What were your thoughts outside of just amazing on the national championship?
Dude, it was crazy. Like, so I had a few people over in my man cave, my sports cave, and when Donovan Edwards just hid behind that line, found that hole off to the left, and just ran the sideline for a touchdown, we were all just freaking out. And then he does it again on the other side of the field, right? Like, it was just absolutely insane. Like the Rose Bowl, even that atmosphere, even at my house was insane. But the way these guys came out and how they started this game, they just wanted it. They wanted it more. We had a lot of key contributors this game. Edwards got his right away. Then Corum. We got a little stagnant right away. Not right away, but like kind of towards the second quarter. Washington's defense started figuring things out a little bit. But, man, Mikey's pick, I don't even know if my feet were on the ground the whole time, dude. I was floating. It was insane. The atmosphere at my house is nothing compared to the game.
Mikey pick. What about
Will Johnson's pick to start?
Will Johnson's pick actually sprayed a beer all over me because I didn't see the screen and I was trying to open up a Kona and everyone's freaking out and it kind of startled me a little bit. Just beer all over. Still haven't washed those clothes yet though. Like I said. And I'm probably not going to. Those are lucky clothes, all right? And it was probably going to. It was just awesome for us to win a national championship. It's about time, but Team 144. I mean, we've been working for this for 3 years, and the adversity that we face, like more so the team and how they handled it. Man, professionals. I mean, this was just a great season, and for us to start our podcast this year, like what a journey it's been for us as well too. But everyone did their part in this game. Everyone did their part. Our defense again played outstanding for the most part. So props to Team 144, first national championship since outright national championship we just talked about in 1948. So, I mean, it was magical, dude. I mean, there was definitely a couple tears being shed for sure. It was great.
Yeah,
I'll never forget it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, defense played great. Offensive line played great. Really, Michigan, we did what we did all year, right? We didn't make mistakes. We made the other team make mistakes. We didn't turn the ball over. We had 2 takeaways. Our defensive line dominated. Man, that was, I think that like the sexiest part of that entire game was Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant, Chris Jenkins, Cam Good, Josiah Stewart, Braid McGregor, Derek Moore.
Colson was gonna get that pick at the end though, with the club.
Yeah, that would.
Dude! Who would have brought that?
I thought he was gonna grab. I thought he was gonna grab it too, and I got it on video. I'm like, man, it's all right, baby. We national champs. I said it right after he dropped. It's all good, baby. We national champs. But I thought he was gonna grab it too.
His club, dude. Like he could have used those Infinity Stones. I don't know what stone it would have been, but he could just grab that ball. It was right there. I would have been so jacked for him, dude.
Man, me too.
And it was an entire team effort too, right? So it was one of those. A lot of players made plays, but also it was kind of like one of those no-star games, right? Like Keon Sabb made a bunch of key plays coming up from safety. Josh Wallace played an outstanding game again. Will Johnson did his thing. Will Johnson looked every bit the stud corner that he is. But man, Kenneth Grant, like the play where he absolutely blew up the guard and got the sack. That to me just epitomizes what Kenneth Grant was this season. Strong, athletic, mobile. And we beat up, man. Like so much respect for Michael Penix Jr. Right. But man, he was uncomfortable from the start of the
He was
game because he
banged
was
up.
taking licks.
Oh, yeah.
He was getting hit by his offensive lineman. He was getting hit by our defensive lineman. Even when he had guys that were open, because he did. He missed a couple shots that he probably hit 95% of the time this season. But the reason that he missed them is because he was not comfortable. He was not setting his feet, and that's because our defensive line was hitting him from the get-go. Washington almost immediately abandoned the run game, like almost immediately. And I guess it helps when we jump out to a 14-0 lead right away. But their run game was pretty much just to show run once in a while. Otherwise, they were putting the game in Penix's hand. And our secondary held up. All of the talking heads on ESPN and the sports networks, right, said Michigan's they haven't played an offense like Washington yet.
No one talked about our defense, really. BS.
Not to skip on the next year, but you know what I think gonna help us next year? Why everybody think we falling off because we losing a lot of players. You remember how early in the season we was playing like to the second quarter and we was putting everybody down and we was just running off. That's gonna help us so big next year, man. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, not to bring it up more, but I think next year we're gonna have a pretty good year.
Yeah, I do too.
Next year's schedule is doable. It's doable.
I do too.
We still have a lot of talent coming back next year. Yeah, we got to hit the transfer portal a little bit more, but we will still have a pretty good year next year.
Hey man, and I'm sorry.
Props to Mikey Sandishville, dude. 8 total tackles in that game and a pick. Straight beast.
Hey, do not bring Tua's little brother. No disrespect.
Yeah, I saw that too. Well, I haven't seen that for the last few
Don't
weeks.
bring Tua's little brother. No disrespect.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't hit the transfer portal that hard, right? We'll talk about this a lot during the offseason, but we got a lot of young guys.
I think for the
that
depth,
I think are going to come
for the depth, maybe.
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't think for a lot of starters we're gonna need, but I think like he said, I think it's gonna be for the depth. I think we do need another number 2 cornerback. We just got that dude from Maryland. You know what I'm saying? He coming to be filling in for a linebacker. I don't think what's my man name? We just got this year, Ernest sorry, it's slipping. Yeah, Houseman. It's slipping my mind right now. Him and Ernest, you know what I'm saying? I think Ernest coming back from the signs of it.
He's got to. He played as a freshman last year in Nebraska. He's for sure coming back.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, you know. Yep. Okay. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Him, Ernest. We got a solid defense. Like our defense, we not really falling off too. We only
our defense is reloading.
Yeah, we only losing the offensive line really. We losing JJ, which is super huge, and CJ and Roman, like it, but we not really falling off. We still got Samaj, we still got Tyler Morris. I wish we would have kept Darius Clemens. Yeah, I wish we would have kept him.
But, He just committed to Oregon State, so best of luck to him.
Yeah, for sure.
That's in a home for him too.
Clemens. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. So I ain't mad at that. Oregon State, you know what I'm saying. Then they say Amari Walker going to Ole Miss. It looked like. So, but I wish we would have kept them too. I really do, because they was big. Yeah. They would have been big for us. Big. He was a corner and then he was a receiver, and they both was over 6.
But Dixon is going to the defense now.
Defense, yep. Christian Dixon's moving over to defense.
We'll see how he does.
But I mean, just looking across,
if we making moves like that, it's for a reason.
Yeah, looking across.
Put Mikey over there.
Looking across to our defense, guys, we got coming back, and I'm just going off the top of my head, but Derek Moore, Josiah Stewart, Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant, Will Johnson, Keon Sabb, Makari Page, Rod Moore, Ernest Hausman. Right, we're not really going to take much of it. For as much as we're losing,
thinks that,
we got a lot of production coming back.
That's what I was saying. Like, we got a lot of production coming back on defense, man.
Yeah.
We just need one or two pieces. We just need one or two pieces.
Not to transition from defense, but that running back room, that is going to be a stud running
But
back.
see the thing about that, somebody gotta put your stamp on it. You can't now look when you going Donovan Edwards is number one, but we run a 2-back system, so
Right.
you cannot
Mullins
with
will be
us.
two.
We don't fumble. Oh yeah, Mullins. I forgot. I thought he was
Yeah.
different. But okay, yeah, dang, okay, cool.
All Cabana, Jordan.
Whoever the
Cabana,
third one is, they
Marshall.
just gotta.
They
gotta put their stamp on.
Deep.
Yep.
We'll be good.
This your year. You gonna have to put it because Donovan Edwards running the show. Period.
Right.
He's running the show. He gonna be the top feature back on our Khalil Mullins. He earned this spot, so he gonna probably get in most of the carries too. You know what I mean? But the third guy that's gonna do the rest of the work, you know what I'm saying? You gonna have to come in and put your stamp in. Because if you don't put your stamp in, you know what I'm saying, you might have to transfer because we got a heavy running back room. We got Hill.
We do.
What is his name?
Yeah,
Benjamin
Hall, Cabana,
Yeah,
and then
Cole
Jordan
Cabana.
Marshall was Ohio's
Coming
Mr.
in.
Football.
Yeah.
So
coming
coming
in.
in.
Exactly.
freshman,
So
so- Out of the three, I think we're going to be. I think we're going to be good. I think we're going to be fine in that position.
Oh, and you know what?
We'll see.
We might be straight with receiver. We got what's his name? Channing coming in.
Channing Goodwin.
That's his.
Yep.
Yeah, Channing Goodwin. I met his dad at the national championship ceremonies. He a good dude, man. Real chill.
Right.
Dude.
That's receiver is probably the most unproven spot, right? Tyler Morris had some flashes. Samaj, big things ahead for Samaj Morgan. And then after that, there's a lot of young guys there that are going to have to step in and prove themselves. But that's college football. That's the way it works. Every
this is
every
what
2
you
to 3
want right
years,
now,
you got-
baby.
Every 2 to 3 years,
Yeah.
you get a group of young people that have to step in and
This
prove
is
themselves.
college football. Absolutely. Like I know a lot of people are freaking out about like we got a tough, tough year next season. Like we got like 20 plus maybe NFL draft picks. This is college football, but like, why is everyone acting so surprised? This has already been. We already knew these players were going to
hard to turn over a team now with the transfer portal and stuff like that. Like people was ready to dip with the drop of a hat. It's still Alabama players that haven't jumped in the portal that's probably gonna jump in the portal. Right. They still got 30 days. You know what I'm saying? So like you never know like how stuff gonna shake. You never know how stuff gonna shake out for you. I mean, but we just gotta keep doing what we've been doing, build on what we've been building on, and we should be okay. If we can keep, because I'm sorry to tell you, I think in my head, in my opinion, I just think Coach Harbaugh is out of there. I just don't see him coming back.
And you know what? He might be, but I think it's more next up. And he knows the culture. We've built the foundation, and now we run with it. We get
all I care about is we just don't go outside talking about we looking for no coach. No. Soon as he announced he going to the what's the name, we go ahead and announce
that is our culture. We can't have any outsiders. He's proven himself. Sherrone Moore's the guy. Sherrone Moore's the guy.
He's probably gonna take Jesse though. He probably taking Jesse.
Yeah. And maybe Ben Herbert too. Hopefully he's kind of if Harbaugh does leave. Hopefully
I don't see him taking Ben Herbert. You know why?
Dude, he loves him. Jim Harbaugh loves him. He's Jim Harbaugh's guy.
But I think Ben Herbert more. I mean, how you ain't gonna get no strength. I'm wrong. You can with adults, but I think he'll translate more to.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I don't think he. Not saying because every NFL player ain't old, but I'm just saying, I think he'll transfer better with college than he would with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I hope you're right, and I hope because I think he deserves as much credit as anyone.
That's my opinion. Yeah, you see them give him all the credit. Coach Hurts, for sure.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep.
All these guys. Last note too, because we got to move on here. We're going to talk a lot more about this in the coming weeks, the coming months, but. The guys that Derek mentioned, the guys that are even transfer, but the guys for sure that, that the team 144 that's going, that put themselves, they're clearing for the NFL draft. I mean, you guys are hard to replace, regardless.
Super hard.
I don't care. I don't care who we bring in or next man up. Like, thank you so much. And the people that we met, your families, the players, Zach too, the Zenters, the Barnharts as well, and
McCarthy's.
Getting to McCarthy's and getting to know you guys has been a dream come true, and the sons that you've raised, your family, thank you. Phenomenal job. It was a pleasure meeting you guys. Hopefully see you guys more in the future as well too. But you guys are irreplaceable. Irreplaceable. It's college football.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, but I'll go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Incredible season. And I mean, I think that the challenges that this season presented that no one really expected, with Jim Harbaugh being suspended for 6 games in unprecedented ways by the NCAA and by the Big Ten, right? And what the players had to go through to get there, and to go through all of it, and to still come out perfect. Jason, start with you. What was your favorite part of this run? Not just the national championship, right? Because I feel like all of our favorite part was finishing it off as national champions. But what was your favorite part of the season that got us there?
That's why I mentioned this before we went live when you posted it on the agenda. I'm like, man, that's a loaded question, loaded statement. Besides Zach Zenter and that offensive line, Barnhart, Keegan, just shoving people and manhandling everyone. I mean, that was my favorite part of the season. But I gotta go with the Roman Wilson catch at Nebraska. Ball behind the helmet of the Nebraska defender. I mean, I think that was, there's so many to list off, guys, right? Like, I could just keep going and going. I could pick from every single game, multiple things from every single game. But that Roman Wilson catch behind the defender's helmet was just absolutely incredible. One of the best catches I've ever seen in my life. That's mine. It has to be.
Yeah.
You guys are about to say the same thing. I know.
Dre, what was yours? Long season, you were in person at all the games. What was your favorite part of the season that led us to the national championship?
1,000 wins.
1,000 wins?
I think the 1,000 wins. Not saying that was vital. I mean, even though it was a tough game. But I mean, just being in that historic moment. That was the first historic moment, you know what I'm saying, of our season. To get the first college to get to 1,000 wins, like, that was insane, bro. That's insane to even think about. Like, the first college to get to 1,000 wins, bro. That's wild. That's wild. But my favorite play, I really don't have a favorite play. You know what I'm saying? Really. I mean, it's been so many unbelievable plays, you know what I'm saying, in the season. But my favorite honest to God moment was that 1,000 win, because we took Maryland Stadium over. Like, if y'all, man, it was nothing but maize and blue in there again. Like, every stadium we went to this, I think somebody said that in their press conference or at the celebration. Like, every stadium we went to this year, man, it was like we knew we was about to win, bro. So everybody was coming and we was just taking them over. Like, we was really, I used to say it, bro. I used to say it. We evicting people out of their own stadiums. And that's what we did this whole season. It was just like, bro,
it was.
Yeah, we was.
And those are JJ's favorite games, he said too, on the road.
Yeah, man. Like, bro, it's been crazy. Like, with Minnesota, bro, how many? I mean, it was a lot of Michigan fans in there for us, wasn't it? More than y'all expected, correct?
Oh, dude. I thought, what did we say? Like, I thought it was almost 60-40 Michigan fans.
Yeah, like, and it was like that the whole season in every other stadium. Maybe the only stadium I went to this season where it wasn't like didn't really overpower them like that, Penn State.
Yeah.
That was the only stadium.
A hell of an atmosphere, too.
And I
And,
like
and you
I like
know
the State Stadium
hard.
too.
what you're talking about of going and taking the road energy, that, you know, talk about where this team is right now and the culture that we're at right now. But that actually started back in 2021. Do you remember in 2021 when that was what the team came out saying, is that they were going to steal wherever they were playing, they were going to steal the energy. And I remember I was at the Michigan-Wisconsin game, and when Jump Around came on, Michigan's sideline, complete like their huddles, everything that they're doing stopped, and the entire sideline just started going crazy.
Going
And when they
crazy.
played at Nebraska,
Yeah.
when Thunderstruck came
Yeah.
off, and they started going crazy during Thunderstruck, that, you know, there's a lot more people to credit for the culture change than who actually got the reward of winning a national championship. I mean, think back, you know, Aiden Hutchinson and Daxton Hill and
David Ojabo.
Yeah, Andrew Bastardis. Like, think back to some of those guys that were just
Hassan
key
Haskins.
players. Son Haskins, Luke Schoonmaker. There were some Ronnie Bell, right? There were some.
I got to shout out to
you know,
Jermaine Green too. It's been there for a while.
Like I said, a lot of them was there. Like I said, a lot of them came back for the Natty, bro. It was like a it was like a reunion. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. Like bro, it was. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Never seen nothing like it, man. It was crazy.
Right. They some of these guys that we're talking about, they didn't win the national championship here, but they changed the culture so that the team this year could win the national championship.
Championship. Yep.
Right. So they certainly deserve credit. And when I look back on the season, the thing that I look back on that I would say is probably my favorite part of the season was in the Rose Bowl against Alabama, 4th and goal, that stop to seal the game, to win the game. And not just because it won the Rose Bowl, but, you know, I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit nervous that we drew Alabama. We drew the team that had the most talented roster in college football as far as how highly those guys were ranked, that had the most 5-star recruits on their roster. And we drew them. We drew the big dog. We drew the one that nobody thought Michigan or Washington or even Texas really would have a chance to beat, right? And so to go and beat the big dog, like, that was the moment where it felt like, all right, that this team is a national championship team, because we just went on national TV and out physicaled and out toughed at the line of scrimmage the college football program for recent memory. And so
I'm telling y'all, that's
what that play did, right? And what that play did to get us to the national championship game, but what it represented of where Michigan has gotten to as a football program, I thought that was awesome. That was that to me beat out the moment of beating Ohio State, because now we've done it 3 years in a row. So I knew we could beat Ohio State, but to beat Bama in a game like that, in a game that everyone said Michigan can't win big games. Everyone said Harbaugh can't win in the postseason. Guess what? Michigan won a big game. Harbaugh won in the postseason.
Yeah. I've never seen a team face so much adversity. And shut the haters up.
So much hate.
Insane.
You heard what Mike said.
We're probably never going to see something like that again. Like, this was
in the ass kicking business. Team. And business is booming.
Yeah.
Really booming.
Yeah, for sure. Sure. So we touched on this a little bit, but looking ahead at we talked about who's coming back, right? We talked about who's coming back to give us a chance to repeat, but we might be looking at something pretty historic here for who off of this team is headed to the draft. So I pulled a list earlier before we started this, and this could have even changed from then until now. I haven't checked to see. On the offensive side of the ball, we've got 6 offensive linemen that declared for the draft, and I think there's a pretty solid shot that all 6 of them get drafted, right? With Drake Nugent, Trevor Keegan, Zach, Ladarius Henderson, Carson Barnhart, and Trente Jones. right? I think that all of them have a case to get drafted.
Yep.
AJ Barner is going to be playing in the league next year. Roman Wilson, Cornelius Johnson, Blake Corum, and JJ with his declaration, right? Defensively, we're looking at Chris Jenkins, Brady McGregor, Jalen Harrell, Junior Colson, Mike Barrett, Mikey Sainristil, Josh Wallace that declared for the draft, and Jermon Green as well that declared for the draft. But I think that most of those guys have a pretty good shot at getting drafted. We're going to be looking at
all of them,
a historic year for Michigan football.
I really do think we're about to break a record in Michigan football with drafts. Just because of the historic run we came off of. And then I ain't just talking about this last year. I'm talking about the last 3 years. Everybody been watching us, man. So, like, we've been breaking records. 27 million here and 30 million there and 27 million here. So everybody been watching Michigan, man. So I think I think a lot of us are going to be, a lot of Michigan fans, let me say, are going to be extremely, extremely happy watching this draft in April. I think we're going to, like I said, break records. I hope some of you guys' favorite teams and even mine get a few of the guys in y'all rosters so we can continue our journeys. Not saying we won't if they don't, but you know what I mean. It make it even, you know what I'm saying, better when they on your team. You feel me?
Hey, so I'm a 49ers fan, so I've already got Ambry Thomas, Ronnie Bell, and Moody getting ready to make a Super Bowl run here. But
Zach, I want Zach for the Packers or the Bucks.
See,
make a couple points. Or, I mean, wherever he wants to go.
As long as they close, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Long as they close enough for me, so I can be like, all right, let me go. I want to go check out blah blah blah, or let me go check out Blake, man. Let me see what he's doing, or let me go check out Zach. You know what I'm saying? Over here in such and such, such and such. I just want them to be good and successful. You know what I mean? I really don't really care
wherever they go.
Same.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And what's going to make this even more special, I think, is it's going to be a historic draft class, and it's basically Michigan's hometown draft, being in Detroit too. You know, so
hey, that's it's just crazy how all the lines been lining up, right? Michigan,
that's what I say.
Michigan,
destiny.
Michigan.
Last time we beat Ohio State 3 straight years in a row, won the national championship. Last time the Lions won the division, we won the Rose Bowl. And now the draft's in Detroit. I don't know if that's a star, but it's in there somewhere.
Yeah, it is.
It's one of those stars you can't really see that well, but you can, if you like squint, you can kind of see it.
But everybody says there.
It's there. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, it's I look forward to it. I'm planning to head to the draft. Jason, I think you're planning to head to the draft with me.
I have to ask. Yeah.
You already know I'm going to the draft, baby.
Yeah, I got the green light.
Wolverine boys. I gotta see my Wolverine boys get drafted all 3 days. I'm gonna try to make it all 3 days at least. See how the weather be. You know how April it'd be rainy. So
right, end of April though, getting ready to bring us Mayflowers.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But it's been a fun year, guys. It's been an incredible season. Incredible to follow this team and to win the Natty. But Jason, you want to talk for a minute about we put it off for a year. We talked about doing this last year, and we never got around to starting up the podcast. And then this year we just dove into it. We didn't really know what we were doing. You know, there's probably a lot of things right now that we still don't know what we're doing, but we're doing it, and it's been a lot of fun doing it with you guys.
Roughing it, baby.
Learning.
We're gonna get better each season for sure.
And definitely more to come too with other social medias being open to us next year as well. Yeah, I mean, we started this August 3rd of last year, our first podcast, and we want to try to get to more too. We're going to be covering basketball as well, just really busy with football and our personal lives as well too. But thank you, Victors Nation. Like I said, talked about our first podcast. We started this Facebook group in 2017, and it has grown to over 14,500 with got her down to 6,400, but it's back up to like 8,000 plus now pending membership. So really need the Lord's help pending full right now because we do not have a lot of time. But thank you, Victor's Nation, from the people that have been with us from 2017 and the people that are probably going to try to accept some today. So thank you as well too. But everyone in between from start to finish, everyone in the middle, thank you very much. This has been a journey. We are going to keep reaching for the stars and reaching our goals and what we want to do for the Victors Nation LLC. And we have a mission. And we want to be affiliated as much as possible with this university. And it's not just with sports, it's with volunteering as well too. We're going to try to reach out to Siasmont Hospital as well too, and everything we can, and networking, meeting the parents. Like I said, it's been awesome meeting you people, the players. It's been awesome meeting you people, and we're going to keep pushing, and this is going to keep growing as well too. And we couldn't do this without any of these members as well too. So follow us on Facebook. It's where we started. Follow us on our YouTube channel. It's where our podcast has started. And we're going to reach out to other channels this year as well too. Twitter, we're growing there, and then TikTok as well too. And then check us out on our website at thevictorsnation.com. And we greatly appreciate everyone that's came along with us in this journey. And football's not done. I know we said job is finished. It is for sure. But we got a natty to defend. We definitely have a natty to defend. It's ours. Dre, I got to let you close it up, bro. What you got?
Love one another, respect one another, and we the national champs. Go Blue.
Go Blue.
Go Blue. Natty, baby.